So if you're living in the Midwest right now, then you are much like myself and are being invaded by two different broods of cicadas. It has been a very fun early summer for us. And I saw a picture that floated across my social media over the past couple of days, and I thought, oh my goodness, we have to do a video about this. So here's my question, and then I want to talk about why I think this might be a little bit prophetic. Have you seen this picture? Yes, this one. So first of all, kudos to the creative people that took dead cicada bodies and made such honestly very sinister looking creatures, but I'm most impressed with the creativity. Now, here's why I think it's kind of, sort of, could be maybe a little bit prophetic for the coming future. So first of all, if you haven't noticed, we are living in some crazy times. And the reason I like to talk about this stuff is because I cannot believe all the stuff that is happening that is literally coming out of my Bible and coming to life. So as we read the book of Revelation and we learn how the 7 years of tribulation is going to unfold, all the different seals, bowls, trumpet judgments, all of those different things that unfold in the tribulation, there's some really sinister things that happen in the tribulation. So when I saw this photo the other day, and then my husband sent it to me, I was like, oh my gosh, this totally looks like what is described in Revelation 9. So I want to read Revelation 9 to you. Then out of the smoke came locusts upon the earth, and power was given them as the scorpions of the earth have power. They were told not to hurt the grass of the earth, nor any green thing, nor any tree, but only the men who do not have the seal of God on their foreheads. And they were not permitted to kill anyone, but to torment for 5 months. And their torment was much like the torment of a scorpion when it stings a man. And in those days, men will seek death and not find it. They will long to die, and death will flee them. Holy moly. So what this is saying to you is that there's going to come a point in the tribulation that these creatures are going to rise from the ground, and they're going to look much like these cicada things, these cicada bug deals that people built. They're going to look like that out of this dead cicada bugs, right? Now, the other thing that this shows that there's another picture that's gone around for years. If you've seen the movie Alien, let me throw up the picture of the alien that is in that movie. Now, if you've ever seen this movie, then you know how sinister back in that time that creature looked. I still think it looks pretty sinister. I've never seen the movie, just didn't interest me. Stranger Things is about as weird as I can get. But anyway, the point is that what Lance and I were also talking about is that the creator of the movie Alien, and I believe it's either David Jeremiah or Pastor David Reagan who mentioned this, so I can't remember which one, but the creator of that movie came up with that image for the alien out from the book of Revelation. And I feel like somebody can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments on this, but I feel like he also mentioned that an entity of sorts gave him that imagery for that creature. Now, here's why I think this is prophetic, or could be prophetic. You're seeing so many different things come to pass right now in this day and age, which is why I decided to get on a platform and start talking about this stuff and see people come to the saving grace and knowledge of who Jesus Christ really is, because it's getting real, folks. But I think that seeing this just should put something in the back of your brain to say, wow, these look crazy. And the Bible talks about a time when there's going to be something that looks exactly like this, that's going to have the power to sting people for 5 months if they're not believers in God, and they can't die. And these, by the way, the people that have the seal of God in their forehead during that time are known as the tribulation saints. That's what the Bible refers to them, because I'm not going to be here for that. Jesus is going to come get his bride, those that believe in Jesus Christ right now on this earth. We're going to be far gone, right? But this is going to be at some point in the tribulation. So why in the world am I talking about this? Well, I got 3 reasons. One, first of all, I have to bring up the fact that these people who did this were just absolutely creative, and it puts my creative ability to shame. 2, I think that you really need to take a look at this, because what I just read to you is actually going to happen, and it very well could look like these photos right here. And number 3, the most important reason is, if you don't know Jesus, my question is for you, what are you doing with your life? You don't have a lot of time left, right? You just don't. And we are seeing so many crazy things unfold right now. And while people are saying, oh, the cicada thing, it just happened, like that stuff happens all the time. No, it don't. No, it don't. There are so many weird things happening right now. And I firmly believe that all of the things that we keep seeing, wild weather, whether man is messing with it or not, don't matter. Y'all already know how I feel about that if you follow my account. Whether this is happening, all of this stuff is happening because the earth is groaning, because the Bible is so clear that in the end times, when we are living in that time right before Jesus comes to get his church, right before the tribulation starts, and we are seeing so much set up of that 7 years, everything is going to start happening so fast. So I ask again, if you don't know Jesus, what are you doing with your life? Because here's the thing. What I just read you, is going to happen at some point, and it is going to be in the very near future. I firmly believe I'm going to see the Lord return in my lifetime. I have believed that since I was yay high knee to a grasshopper, however that is said. But my question for you is that if you don't know Jesus, one of 2 things is going to happen. You are going to be left here and you are going to have to try and survive this stuff that is going to happen. And I believe it's 2/3 of the earth is going to die. 2/3. Well, let me tell you something. This ain't a way I want to go out, and it sure ain't a way I want you to go out either. And second to that, if you are left behind here, you're going to be subject to the very great delusion that is going to come upon this earth, which I fully believe, this is also why I created this video, is going to be an alien invasion. Oh, those people disappeared because they couldn't keep up with the consciousness that was going to be coming to the earth, so our brothers and sisters had to take them and help them and get to a better place so that we could all be reunited again in the future. It'll just be glorious. That's what they're going to tell you. And there's going to be actual entities that show up on this earth. It is about to get crazy. So I'll ask you one more time. What are you doing with your life? I am challenging you. If you don't believe that this Jesus stuff is real, just go look at what the occult believes. Go look at what these people are submitted to. Do you know they're submitted to the very inverse of the things that I believe? They believe it all. It's just the inverse. It's just that Satan is their God. Satan is the guy who's supposed to defeat my guy. Ain't gonna happen. So go and research it, because here's what I've come to find out over all the years that I have been a Christian. The last 40 years of my life, I have really come to the place where I'm like, nothing could separate me from this truth. There were so much of this book right here, these 66 books, that I was not taught in the church. And had I been taught, oh my goodness, I would have got a platform a lot sooner.